guys, coming through with another update. Set up in Derby now. You might see I'm actually inside my camper trailer because it's a little bit wet at the moment. I got rained on coming. Had to use my windscreen wipers for something other than wiping bugs off the screen. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing. Well, not disappointing, but it's like it's rain. What's rain doing up here? I know it happens, but yeah, not while I'm on holiday. It's going to happen at night while I'm sleeping. Anyway, so since my last update, the last update was in Port Hedland, and then on Anzac Day, um, which which was the day after my last update, I went to the Port Hedland dawn service, which was which was nice. You know, they actually did it at 5:30, which is a fair bit earlier than I'm used to. But I suppose when you're up north a bit further, the sun rises a bit earlier, so that's when you do your dawn service. Yeah, then it was just a quick drive from there to 80 Mile Beach. I'm going to need a few 2-3 hours up the road. Didn't really do much there. Did some laundry, and took it easy. Actually ran into some people that met in Carragini as well, so that was good. Actually, ran into them in Broome too, which was pretty cool. And seeing them all the way up. And yeah, no, it's interesting the people that you run into on the way through. So after 80 Mile Beach, got to Broome, and actually Broome's where I've been until today. I only left Broome today, mainly because there was some things I was waiting on there, like I was waiting on a spare rim and a spare tyre to come through. So yeah, had that. That came through today, and I was also getting the stone guard on the trailer fixed too, so that's all welded on nice and proper now. There's some stronger welds, and so that's looking good. But yeah, so from 80 Mile to Broome was a bit longer drive than I was expecting actually. I thought 80 Mile Caravan Park was about halfway, but no, that wasn't the case. So it was about a 4 or 5 hour drive to Broome. But Broome was really nice. So, first day I got there was a little bit late, so I just sort of went for a walk around the city centre, and I couldn't help myself. I saw they had a cinema and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was playing, so I went and saw that. So, yeah, don't judge me too harshly on that. Next day though, made up for it, went up because the caravan park I was staying in was the Palm Grove Caravan Park, which was just straight across the road from Cable Beach. So I went down there for a bit of a swim and walked along the beach and see what there was, and worked it. Found out where Cable Beach got its name from too, because there was an undersea telegraph line that came ashore there. So that's where Cable Beach got its name from, because there was a big ass cable there. Then drove along. Went out to. I've got it written here. Ganthamo. I don't know. Some point out at Broome. Went to go out there, but there was a little track that went round the side, so I followed that for a bit and got to this place called Reddell Beach, which was a nice little beach. It wasn't good for swimming, but it was nice. Lots of little rocky outcroppings you could go and have a look at, and it was pretty cool around there. Walked around there for a little bit, and then went back to the point that I cannot speak, because I'm not going to even try and pronounce that. And that was really cool too. Yeah, went out there, and tide was in, I think, so the water was up pretty high, and just sort of walked around there, and yeah, it was also pretty cool. So yeah, most of the stuff I did in Broome was fairly laid back. You know, I only sort of did 1 or 2 things a day. I didn't try and rush it. So but yeah, but the next day I went to the Broome Museum. It's a lovely little place, well worth the money. It was $6 for an adult to get in, and you could have easily spent 3 or 4 hours just walking around there, looking at all the exhibits. Stuff from back in the Pearling, to the shipbuilding, and like the history of the town, and lots of video stuff too, which was really cool. I sat and watched. There was an article about with an Aboriginal. I want to say it's Charlie. I want to say D'Agostini or something like that. Yeah, during World War II, he was part of a crew that that went out to refuel boats for the Dutch that were evacuating from Indonesia, and the Japanese attacked at that point, and so he jumped. Can't remember if he jumped overboard or got knocked overboard, but anyway, when he was trying to swim back to shore, he rescued a mother and a daughter and swam with them both on the back until a rescue boat found them, which was really, really cool. And it was also sad at the same time because the Dutch ended up giving him an award for it, but how he was treated in the town, like he was, just some Aboriginal really, which was made the story a bit sad. And one of his nephews was talking in the thing about how the day after the award ceremony he was walking down the street and was trying to talk to somebody there, but they wouldn't even give him the time of day. And said he's saying that guy was talking my ear off yesterday, and now he won't even say hello to me, which was sad. After that, I went to, the next day was Saturday, I think. Yeah, Saturday. And Broome had these little markets on, so I went and walked around there. Lots of pearl stuff. Haven't been really buying any souvenirs because I've got nowhere to keep them, so I thought, I won't bother really buying anything. But yeah, a nice little bit there. They had some live music and nice little place to walk around town. But then that evening, most importantly, I found the pub across the road from the caravan park. Was showing the footy, so I went to watch the Western Derby, watch the Eagles win. Yes, got talking to one of the guys there. We had a rather animated discussion about who was going to win the Glendenning medal, whether it was going to be Kennedy or McGovern. I was backing McGovern. A little bit dirty that Kennedy beat him, but yeah, it was alright. It was good fun. Well, yeah, and then the day after that, I ran into some people in the caravan park, some backpackers who were actually travelling in the opposite direction, which was a shame because I reckon they would have been a right to travel with for a while. They'd come down from Darwin heading to Perth. There was Jenny, Maria and Tibor. Tibor, I think, was his name. So Jenny was from Germany, Maria was from Finland, and Tibor was from France. So it was a pretty good cross-section of countries represented there. And I said to them, oh look, I'm heading out to James Price Point today, you want to come along? And yeah, so we all piled into the car and went for a drive out there, and James Price Point was absolutely stunning. It was, I was saying that a lot, I should get buy a thesaurus I think, but it was absolutely beautiful out there. I'm so glad there was not a pipeline out there. God forbid what that'd look like. You probably couldn't even get out there because whoever owns the gas pipeline wouldn't let you cross it. But no, it was beautiful out there. Such an untouched bit of coast there. Stunning, and a good group of people to go out there with too. So, but yeah, after that we all went for drinks out at Matzo's, and they were having this chili beer, and I had one sip of it and went, yeah, no, I don't do chili normally, and I don't do it in a beer. The ginger beer was it was nice, but it's not something you can drink fast either. That still had a bit of spice too. And that brings us to today. So I drove from Broome up to here, picked up the room and the tyre in the Stoneguard, had that all fixed up. Didn't get away from Broome until 2 o'clock, but luckily it was only a couple of hours from Broome to Derby. So got here by about 4 o'clock. Except, like I said, it rained. Couldn't believe that. Frickin' raining. Who would have thought? Managed to get a break in the rain though. And since that bit when I first got into town, it hasn't really rained at all. So that was good. Just you might hear it on the canvas every now and then, but that's just because I'm under a tree and a wind will come through and blow the water off the leaves. So yeah, that's all good. So future plans. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do the Gibb River Road. Not all of it anyway, because a lot of it's cut off at the moment. I wanted to see Tunnel Creek because looking at that was looked pretty stunning, but there's the Gibb River Road goes through it, and Tunnel Creek and Winjana Gorge, I think it is, are off a road that goes to Fitzroy Crossing, but that whole road is still closed. So even while Gibb River Road's open, you can't get through to that gorge and Tunnel Creek, and even you can get through to a certain point, but then the lady in the visitor centre was saying there was like 500 mil and 700 mil river crossings, which there was no way in hell I was going to be able to do that either. So, especially towing the trailer. So unfortunately, that part of the trip's been put on hold. But what I am going to do is they're saying that Geeky Gorge on the south of, or just a little bit north of Fitzroy Crossing is open, and on the Kununurra side there's El Questro is open and Emma Gorge is open. So what I'm planning on doing is taking the highway and going to Fitzroy Crossing, probably staying there maybe a day or two depending on what's there, going out to Geeky Gorge, and then from there they suggested going to Wolf Creek Crater, which has sort of been on my mind, but I had in my head that it was too far out of the way, and looking at the map I think it's going to be about a 200k round trip, so tossing up whether to do that. But also Pernulu National Park as well, where the Bungle Bungles are, so that's on the way, so I can go there, and then into El Questro and Emma Gorge, so and then a stop off in Kununurra as well, so there's still plenty to do, but just not on the Gibb River Road unfortunately, so that'll be well, El Questro's on Gibb River Road, but apart from that won't be able to get out there. So that's the plan for the next sort of 4 or 5 days. So I'm not sure how good my mobile reception is, so might not be able to do too much there, but I'll let people know what's going on. But that's the plan for now. So yeah, see you next time.